What is up, gamers? The Red Dragon here, and I am going to take you on a little tour of Battlefield 4 Levolution. I'm going to take you through all the maps, show you how to initiate each Levolution in the map. So the first one is Dawnbreaker. You have to turn that valve, and there are two valves actually on this map, one on each side of the bridge. So once you turn that one, you're going to head on over to the other side of the bridge. There'll be another bunker that you go down underground, and you switch that valve, and then it'll take a few seconds. The pressure will build up, and then you need to get out of there because you won't live if you don't. With Flood Zone, this map probably changes the most once you initiate the Levolution. Right behind B base, if you're playing Conquest, there's a dam that you can break, and once the flood waters start rising, it takes over the map. So a lot of areas that were once land are now underwater once you initiate this. With Railway, there's a couple of different items on the map that have to deal with Levolution. The first being the train. If you're playing Conquest, the train actually moves depending on who actually has control of the base. The train itself is a base. Also, something on this map that's pretty cool is that along the train tracks, there are IEDs that you can blow up. So I'm going to park a Jeep over this one. You can see that there's ammunitions on the ground. There's wires running up here to a detonator. And so if you want to detonate this, if somebody walks by, you can use grenades, you can use rockets, but you can also trigger it, you know, through this right here, through this device. And there's several of these all along the railway. So you have to time it, you know, just right, and it happens pretty fast, but the explosion it does, if anybody's near it, it is definitely going to take care of them. With the resort on the hotel that's in the middle of the map, both the left and the right will come down if you knock out the lower section on the left and right hand side. So there you got to see the left hand side falling down. Again, also the right, it'll come down as well. As far as the dam goes, you'll have to shoot a lot of different rockets up here towards the top of the dam, and then once it breaks, it's going to send a lot of rocks all over the place, and including some that'll fly out in the middle of the map that'll kill people if they're in the way. With Operation Locker, there is a prison guard tower in the middle of the base, and or in the middle of the map, and this will go down if you take out all the walls, and it'll also open up the bottom and the top, so now that you can easily access between the bottom and the top in this particular map. With PARACEL Storm, this is probably my favorite. I think this is the coolest one to watch. Now, there will be a storm that eventually comes. You'll see lightning strikes the windmill. This windmill will eventually fall down and it will break, or the ship will break loose. But if you want to speed up the process, you can fire into the windmill, which will help take that out a little bit faster. And then just enjoy the carnage. On Rogue Transmission, there is a satellite that is held up by two towers. Each of these two towers held up by 5 huge cables that you are going to have to destroy on each side. Now, the cables are located in each team's base. Now, you can take a tank shell. I think one tank shell will take out 1 cable apiece. And once you pop all 10 cables in order to bring down the two towers, Anything that is below the satellite is not going to be there any longer. On Siege of Shanghai, I think everybody has seen this. The 4 columns at the bottom of the tower will bring the tower falling down. And then finally, we've got 311. If you walk into the door right beside the smokestack, there'll be a laptop on the table. Usually there's walls around. There will be a timer that starts at 3 minutes, comes down. Once the timer reaches 0, then the smokestack is going to come down. So there you go, that is Battlefield 4 Levolution. At least those are the biggest events that take place on each map. If you enjoyed it, then I hope I earned your like. It took a while. I do want to send a special thank you to Swank, who helped me get part of this. If you want to see more Battlefield 4, stay right here to this channel, and also be sure to check out VGMVideoGamesandNews.com. Thanks for watching.